What's going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? So in my last video, I talked about prospects that teams in playoff contention should call up right now. But in this video, I'm going to talk about teams that are not in playoff contention and what prospects they should call up. Let's go talk about it. Starting off with the Baltimore Orioles, let's start off hot. Let's go Adley Rutschman. This guy has been killing it down in Double-A this year. I mean, look at the numbers. A 271 average, 18 home runs, 55 RBIs, a 392 on base. He has walked 55 times and struck out 57 times. That is insane. This guy is going to be a star for the Baltimore Orioles. This is one of the next best catchers to come to the major leagues. I can't wait to see Adley Rutschman. Get this guy to the major leagues. Who cares about AAA? I think this guy is ready. Get him into the major leagues right now. Up next, I think the Cleveland Indians, or the soon-to-be Cleveland Guardians, should call up Gabriel Arias. They got him at last year's trade deadline in the Mike Clevinger trade. I think Gabriel Arias, there's a lot to like with him. Looking at the numbers so far, he has a 60 field tool. That is the best thing about his game. He's going to be a solid middle infielder, whether he plays shortstop or second base. Not really too much with the hitting right now. More of a power guy, got a bit more pop in that bat. But if you look at the numbers so far in AAA this year, 274, that's respectable for the batting average. 9 home runs, 29 RBIs. He has a solid 352 on base. I can't wait to see what Gabriel Arias can do in the major leagues. Call him up, get him some reps for the rest of the regular season. Up next for the Detroit Tigers, let's go with Jason Foley. Jason Foley is having a pretty decent year in the minor leagues so far. He actually was with the Tigers earlier this season, had 4 games, a 3.60 ERA. That's pretty good. In the minor leagues so far in AAA, he has a 3.97 ERA over 22 games, 22 strikeouts, and around 23 innings pitched. If we take a look at the scouting report according to MLB Pipeline, 55 fastball, 50 slider, 50 changeup. Have this guy come up for the rest of the regular season, get some reps out of the bullpen. Sure, you could go with a Spencer Torkelson or a Riley Green. Those are the more sexy options. But you know what? Let's keep them down in the minors. Let them keep getting their reps. Let them continue to develop. Those are going to be your future stars. Let's call up Jason Foley instead. Have him get some reps in the major leagues. That way he can get some experience, get some more reps for the bullpen next season. For the Kansas City Royals, I think this is a no-brainer. Let's get Bobby Witt Jr. to the major leagues. This guy is special. He's going to be a really solid player in the major leagues, and he's having a very solid season in the minor leagues this year. Over Double-A and Triple-A, he's hit 294, 23 home runs, 67 RBIs, a 364 on base. In Triple-A, he is hitting just as well as he was in Double-A, 293 average, 7 home runs, 16 RBIs, a 348 on base. This guy, he was already having a really good spring training. Get this guy to the major leagues. I can't wait to see what Bobby Witt Jr. can do. For the Minnesota Twins, let's go with Joe Ryan. They just got Joe Ryan in the Nelson Cruz trade before the trade deadline. Joe Ryan, there is a lot to like. Let's look at the scouting report. Plus fastball, solid slider, has a changeup and a curveball as well that could use some improvement, but he has good control, a 55 control, and he's putting up good numbers so far in the minor leagues. With AAA this year with the Rays before he got traded, over 12 games, a 3.63 ERA, 75 strikeouts over 57 innings pitched. I would love to see what Joe Ryan can do. The Twins have been out of it for a while now. Start rebuilding for next season. Let's see if Joe Ryan can compete for a rotation spot. This could be a bit of a tryout for him for the rotation next year. Moving out to the AL West, I think the Angels should call up Jansen Junk. They just got Jansen Junk in the Andrew Heaney trade with the Yankees. He is currently the Angels' number 21 prospect. He has been killing it in the minor leagues this year in Double-A. Over 14 games with the Yankees farm system. He had a 1.78 ERA, 68 strikeouts over 65 2/3 innings pitched. He's had 1 start with the Angels. He did okay, 5 2/3 innings pitched, gave up a few runs. But let's take a look at the scouting report for him. Pretty solid scouting report. 55 fastball, 50 curveball, 50 slider. Changeup could use some work, but he has decent control. I think Jansen Junk, hey, the Angels, why not get another pitcher in there, get him in the bullpen, maybe have a spot start or something here and there. Jansen Junk, I think, could be a solid call-up for the Angels this year. For the Texas Rangers, I think they should call up Yerry Rodriguez. He's been rather good in the minors this year. If you take a look at his numbers in Double-A, a 2.63 ERA over 14 starts, 63 strikeouts over 51 and a third innings pitched. In Triple-A, he's had one start there. It didn't really fare too well, but that's okay. Have him get a couple of more starts in Triple-A. Call him up to the major leagues. Let's see if he can provide anything for the Rangers maybe for next season. Sure, you could go with your number one prospect, Josh Jung. He's also having a pretty solid season in Double-A. 307 average, 10 homers, 40 RBIs. But you know what, Josh Jung, I think he's going to be a star in the future. Have him continue to get more reps down in the minor leagues this year and have him come up next year. You could always call him up for September as well. I think Josh Jung would be fine to call up, but I would also like to see what a Yerry Rodriguez could do as well. On to the National League. Let's go to the East. Let's start with the Nationals. They should just call up Keiber Ruiz. They just got him in the Max Scherzer, Trey Turner trade. This guy is as ready as it gets. Keiber Ruiz, he is going to be a really good catcher in the future for the Washington Nationals. What a great get for them in the Max Scherzer, Trey Turner trade. He has been performing very well in the minor leagues. In the major leagues this year, he had a bit of a taste this year. 6 games, 7 at-bats for the Dodgers this year. Didn't really do too much, but down in the minor leagues, this guy over Triple-A for the entire season has hit 299, 17 home runs, 46 RBIs, a 368 on base. Get Keiber Ruiz up to the major leagues. The Nationals aren't playing for anything. Looking at the scouting report, 55 hit, 45 power, 55 field. Have this guy get some reps. This is your catcher of the future. Love this pickup for the Nationals. So, hey, get Keiber Ruiz for some reps for the rest of the season. For the Marlins, let's call up Edward Cabrera. I want to see this guy's big fastball with the Marlins. This Marlins organization has been developing pitching like no other. Love this young pitching for the Marlins, and Edward Cabrera is the next young, exciting pitcher to come up to Miami. This guy has a lot of good stuff. 65 fastball, 60 slider, 55 changeup, 50 control. He's a 55 overall prospect. Edward Cabrera has been doing really well in the minor leagues this year. In Double-A, through 5 starts, a 2.77 ERA, 33 strikeouts over 26 innings pitched. Went up to Triple-A recently, a 3.72 ERA over 4 starts, 30 strikeouts over 19 and a third innings pitched. Hey, get this guy a couple of spot starts in September. Maybe have him come out of the bullpen. This guy's exciting. Big fastball. Really excited to see what Edward Cabrera can do for the Marlins. For the St. Louis Cardinals, let's call up Alec Burleson. This guy's having a really good year in the minors so far. Between high A ball, Double-A, and Triple-A, he's hit 290, has 18 home runs, 54 RBIs, a 338 on base. If you take a look at how he did in Double-A as of recently, hit 288, 14 homers there, 44 RBIs, has a couple of stolen bases there as well, with a 333 on base, a 488 slugging. Has gone up to Triple-A recently through 4 games, hitting 333. I think Alec Burleson could be a really solid call-up for the Cardinals for the season. A 55 hit tool, 45 power. Why not get this guy some at-bats? Let's see what he can do in the major leagues. Sure, you could go with maybe like a Matthew Liberatore, but a Nolan Gorman. But Matthew Liberatore has struggled in the minor leagues this year. Nolan Gorman has gone up to Triple-A as of recently. I think he could use a few more at-bats there. The batting average is a little low as of right now. So why not? Let's see what Alec Burleson can do for the Cardinals. Let's go talk about the Chicago Cubs. They just sold everyone and they brought in all the prospects. Right now, the Cubs don't have a lot of prospects that are really ready for the major leagues, but there is one guy, and his name is Ben Leeper. He doesn't rank in the top 30 on MLB Pipeline's top 30 prospects for the Cubs, but he does rank in Fangraph's top 30, and Ben Leeper is having a really good year in the minor leagues. If we take a look through 17 games out of the bullpen for the Cubs in Triple-A, he has a 1.31 ERA, a 3.07 FIP. Look at all those strikeouts, 13 and a half strikeouts per 9, under 4 walks per 9. Why not? Let's see what Ben Leeper could do. Maybe this could be a guy for the bullpen next year. Get him some reps for late in August and September. Who knows? It could be a pretty key bullpen piece for the Cubs next season. On to the Pittsburgh Pirates, another team that was selling by the deadline this year. And let's have them call up Tucupita Marçano. Tucupita Marçano just came over in the Adam Frazier trade to the Pirates. And there's a lot to like with him. This is a guy that could be a super utility guy. He can play all over. And hey, look at the scouting report. 55 hit, 55 run, 50 arm, 50 field. This is a guy that can play multiple positions, but he's also having a really good year in the minor leagues this year as well. If we take a look at his AAA numbers, so he has been with AAA in San Diego, and now he's with Pittsburgh. But overall for the year, 265 batting average, 7 home runs, 27 RBIs. He's got a few steals there as well, but he has a really good on base, a 363 on base. So I think that can play well in the major leagues. Let's have this guy get some reps. Let's have him get some movement around the field for the Pirates. I think that would be a solid call-up for the Pirates, and maybe this could be an everyday player for you next season. Moving on to the NL West, let's talk about the Colorado Rockies, and let's have them call up Ryan Vilade. Looking at the scouting report of 50 hits, 60 power, so a plus power tool, 60 arm, 50 field. I think Ryan Vilade would be a solid call-up for the rest of the season. If you take a look at the numbers in AAA this year, he's at 291. He's got 5 homers, 28 RBIs. If you take a look at the stolen bases as well, 11 stolen bases in AAA this year, has a 348 on base. I think this would be a solid guy to get some reps for the rest of the season, get some at-bats. Maybe he could be a part of the major league team for next year. And last but not least, the Arizona Diamondbacks should call up Seth Beer. This is a guy I'm kind of surprised after looking at the numbers. How is this guy not already in the major leagues? He is putting up phenomenal numbers in the minor leagues this year in AAA. If we take a look, he's hitting 287, 12 home runs, 46 RBIs. Look at the on-base percentage, a 399 on-base percentage, a 505 slugging. Are you kidding me? I mean, take a look also at the last 10 games. This guy's just been mashing for the Diamondbacks down in AAA. I mean, take a look here. He went 3 for 5 here, 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 2 for 4, 3 for 4. This guy has just been hitting like crazy down in AAA for the Diamondbacks. Get this guy up to the major leagues. Not only is he performing really well down in AAA, this guy's name is awesome. Seth Beer. Are you kidding me? The marketing potential behind this guy. Get this guy to the major leagues. He's having a good season in AAA. Get him some at-bats. I think this could be a guy for the major leagues for years to come. So those are the prospects that I think these non-contending teams should call up. Tell me what you think down below. Are there any other players that you think that these teams should call up? Let me know down below. But that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.